In this video, I'll describe the 3 types of accents that can give pizzazz to your paintings. And it's in my book, Ellen's Guide to Design Elements, which is $5. And please remember to subscribe. The first kind of accent I'm going to discuss are the general accents. They're the most common, like adding salt to a casserole. And I have an example here where I took a pastel stick and moved it vertically up and down in short strokes while moving it horizontally to simulate a line of evergreens. I also happened to make this intermittent white line here, which looks like the ground. Now, if I had blended in the green so that we didn't see these little white sparkles, the luminosity would have been lost. We get these little sparkles also in watercolor if we leave some of the surface uncovered, or when we use an underpainting. Sometimes some of the underpainting shows through in the final image. If you want to add something to a dull area, you can use hatched lines or stippling or texture, and due to the little spaces in between that it creates with the background, it livens up a dull area. The second type of accent is called a linear accent, and it shouldn't affect the overall shape, and they shouldn't be seen as lines. So in the first one here, we have a light and a dark gray, so we can use either white or black as the accent line, and you can see that this separates the two values, but itself doesn't really look like a line. Now, instead, you could use a light blue here to brighten up the overall blue shape. And double accents are very effective. What you do is you put a black line here next to a white line, and then gradate away from here so it doesn't look round, and you don't really notice the accent. And look how much this edge stands out compared to the other edges. You don't want to do this all the way around the form, just on one part of it. This painting has linear accents. We see this dark or against the light gray water, but that isn't as striking as the light accents against this massive dark shape. And it separates the figure from the background. And these two oars, this one here and this one here, are symmetrical, so they look like they are related to one another. Although these accents add some sparkle, they can't be any more pronounced than they already are because this is a low lighting situation. The third type of accent is called a shape accent. And this cloth has accents, this one doesn't, and this is the analysis. So we see, for example, the linear accents in green here. We see it here, but we don't see it over here. Now these red marks are the shape accents, and you can see them here and here, but you can't see them here and here. And if we look at them carefully down here, we can see that the shape accent is black, and the area around it is a lighter gray. Same here. This is black and this is lighter. And it looks much more sunlit or struck with light than the area if we don't have accents. And the accents are usually either black or white, and you have to reduce the value contrast so the black stands out. And it has to relate to the form. Highlights are also accents, and I have a whole video about highlights, so I'm not going to go into it much here. But what they are one bounce light, and they reflect the light source. So this kitchen light hits this pot and then comes to our eye. So in this one bounce light, this area looks very light. And it's not the light area. This is the light area, so the highlight is contained within the light area and gives it literally sparkle. And it is found on glossy surfaces, and it can be linear like these weeds, or it could be shapes like an apple. In the water here, we have sparkling highlights that make the water look like it's dancing. The sun is behind us. It hits little wavelets in the water and then reflects the pink light back to our eyes. So check out my $5 book and please remember to subscribe.